27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where I say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcoming you to Good Morning Grenada for this midweek. It's Wednesday. It is the first day of July 2026. The year is gone, boy. I keep telling you guys, start preparing for Christmas now because it's close. Yeah, we've just concluded the first half of the year. And I'm so thankful to be alive. How about you? Yeah. Yep. It's a great day to have a great day in a great way. All right, it's Tuesday. Not Tuesday, but actually it's Wednesday. Let's get this right here. So, Heavenly Father, thank you for waking us up with strength, mercy, and purpose today. Lord, touch every person reading and listening this prayer early this morning. Let your presence move through their homes, their bodies, and their thoughts. Let this morning bring new strength, new hope, and new direction. Cover our families. Place your hand over every doorway. Let your favor walk ahead of us. Let your protection surround everything connected to us. Father, guide our steps today. Give us wisdom for every decision and grace for every assignment. Let this day carry your peace, your power, and your blessing. In Jesus' mighty and precious name we pray. Amen. And welcome July. May your heart and mind open enough to receive the blessing of the new month. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. That's Psalm 37 and verse 4. It's a good day to have a good day. Letting Jah be praised at this time and always. Yep, it's a good day to have a good day. Dorrit Simon, good morning. How are you doing? Lauren Salim, good morning to you, my dearie. And also good morning to your son Nathan, who will be graduating tomorrow. Big day for him. Congratulations. Mildred Smith, good morning. Yulin Alexander, Dorrit Simon, Mary E. Banks, Catherine Phillip, good morning to you. Sherian Nichols, up and early boy. Sylvina Charles, good morning. Destined to win, overcomer. Michelle Bernard, good morning. Yoland, good morning. Good morning, Petlin and Jennifer Colimo. It's indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. Petlin, how are you doing? Hope all is well, girl. How's Munich doing? Petlin, the Mallorca ready yet, so I can't get my fire in, right? Okay, all right, okay. I just had to use quick oats or whatever. Rita Williams, good morning to you. Hope you're doing fine. Yeah, the folks inside of Rukane, good morning. Barbara and the folks down at Sugar Hole, good morning. Hope you're all doing fine. Veronica Sandy, good morning. Anne-Marie Farray, good morning. Dawn Farray, good morning. Yep. The folks inside of River Sally and Latas, good morning. Kakyu. Yeah, good morning to you and Mousy, the two Mousies. I hope you're all doing fine as always. Yeah, that's the one I wanted to play. No longer a slave to fear. Scooby, good morning. Scooby and the guys at the Legacy Sports Bar, good morning. Billy, Fat Belly, Brain, everybody. Nice. June Rages, good morning to you. The word of the day is up next. Yep, it's a good day to have a good day, man. The folks inside of Carrico and Petey Martinique, good morning. Good morning, Reverend Samuel Caesar and family and friends out there in East Flatbush, New York. Yep. Snell Hall, good morning. Hope all is well. Lafatoon, Madays, Mount Rich, Mount Ruel, Mount Rose. Yeah. Reaching out and saying good morning to the management and staff of the GBN. Yeah. Jillian McIntyre, good morning. Maxi Bowler and the team out there in Grenville, La Bay, good morning. Telescope, splendid songs, good morning to you and CJ and Joe and everybody. Scattershot, Gary Williams, Tiger T, Folly, the Antoine, Susan, Donna, Alice Kim, good morning. Errol Raymond, yeah, good morning. Prioritize, that's the word of the day today. It is spelled Prioritise. Prioritize. Prioritise. Prioritize. And it means to treat as most important. To treat as most important. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Health and safety are prioritized. As you heard from Acting Commissioner of Police Vanny Cohen and Superintendent Fari yesterday, security is a priority of the RGPF. The security of the nation is a priority of the RGPF. Good morning to the rank and file of the RGPF. So that was the word of the day. The motivational tip of the day is up next. Saying good morning to Vida out there in Pomeroy. Eggies and Chief, good morning. Lady Cheryl and family. Doggy. Esther and your dear son, good morning. The guys in the sea wet. Yeah. Good morning to Gail and Alva and Fen and everybody up in the Moai as well. Now, those of you in the diaspora, don't forget, when you're going back, you've got to live with the sweet surprise punch of cream. I want you to go with that. You'd love me more for it. Yeah, trust me, you'd love me that you actually got that. I don't know if the suppliers could supply the demand. Good morning, ASP McQueen and family. ASP Alan James, good morning to you as well. The motivational tip of the day is up next. Don't be fearful. Walk to your goal firmly and with bold steps. Yeah, don't be shy when you have your goal, you've got your plan, you've got what you've got to do. Walk towards it boldly. Do not let fear, false expressions appearing real, do not let that stop you, or what people may say, or how family may think. So many times we keep ourselves back because we're too concerned about what people would say. But have you noticed that when the people that you're worried about, when they want to do what they want to do, they do it? Yeah. Walk boldly to your goals. Yeah. Ask God for the strength. Saying belated happy birthday to Lovey. She was celebrated on Monday. Yeah. Belated birthday to you. I know that you had a good day. Yeah. It would have been better, but All right, what's buzzing this morning? Yeah, it's a good day to have a good day. Pastor Benedict Newton, good morning to you. How are you doing? You and the family and your congregation. Pastor Laurie Dominic and the First Family, good morning to you. Likewise, Sister Naughty Car. She ain't seen me in church these days. Oh my goodness. Ashamed to say that, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep. Nice. Let's see what's buzzing this morning as we... Ooh. And that computer is just acting up again. Nonetheless, I'm here with you and we are going to have a great time. Early now there in the U.S., good morning. Sonia Andal, good morning. Nice. Buzzing this morning, Prime Minister says Grenada must tackle root causes of family challenges. Grenada leads the regional public finance discussions. In the region, Dominica Prime Minister warns against opposition plans to phase out the CBI program. Internationally, the U.S. Supreme Court rejects Trump's bid to limit birthright citizenship. And in sports, Westerners women eliminated from the T20 World Cup. Those are the buzzing stories. They'll be coming up in the morning edition of News, Sports and the Weather, which comes up right after these messages. Stick and stay with us.
For Grenada to realize its true potential, we must all be a part of nation building. From every corner of the world, our sons and daughters carry the spirit of the Spice Isle in their hearts through culture, innovation, investment, and service. Now is the time to come home to your beautiful Tri-Island state to reconnect with our roots, share our knowledge, to inspire our youth, and to help shape a stronger, more resilient economy for generations to come. We are all part of the collective journey to shape the future of our nation. Together, we are building a nation we are proud of, a nation defined by opportunity, unity, and purpose. Grenada is more than a place on the map. It is our heritage, our future, our home. We look forward to welcoming you.
This is the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, 1st July 2026. In the headlines, Prime Minister says Grenada must tackle root causes of family challenges. Grenada leads regional public finance discussions. In the region, Dominica Prime Minister warns against opposition plans to phase out a CBI program. Internationally, the U.S. Supreme Court rejects Trump's bid to limit birthright citizenship. And in sports, Western is eliminated from Women's T20 World Cup. The details to these and more after these messages.
The Grenville Cooperative Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
This Emancipation Weekend, freedom takes the sea. The Media Workers Association of Grenada invites you aboard Unscripted, the Freedom Edition, Friday, July 31st. Step into an unforgettable night of music, vibes, culture, and connection aboard the ultimate summer cruise experience. Meet your favorite media personalities, party under the stars, and celebrate freedom the unscripted way aboard the Ecstasy. Boarding is at 7 p.m., sailing at 8 p.m. Dress code Freedom Chic, bold, stylish, unapologetically you. Tickets are limited and going fast. Get your tickets online at GoToFet and at recognized ticket outlets. Unscripted, the Freedom Edition, because the best stories are the ones you never planned.
Do you know you can lower your electricity bill by changing the way you do laundry? Front-loader washing machines are designed to reduce electricity and water consumption. When upgrading, buy with this in mind. You can also lower your electricity bill by doing full loads of laundry, using the sunlight to dry your clothes, and ironing in bulk. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by changing the way I do laundry. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph, welcoming Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM. In the local news, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says Grenada must do more to address the root causes of violence and other social challenges by placing greater focus on supporting and transforming men. Speaking at a live diaspora edition of DMs with PM, the Prime Minister was responding to a question about support and protection for women and children. He said that lasting solutions require addressing the underlying causes of many of the problems we face. We have more in this.
To a large extent, if we keep saying we need to provide support to women and children, the obvious cause is not being addressed. What we are dealing with is symptoms. And that is really the challenge of the Grenadian society, that requires honesty first and foremost, and then a comprehensive national plan that allows us to begin to fix our men.
Mitchell said that rising numbers of children entering state care and growing prison population point to deeper social issues that require early intervention. He called on churches, non-governmental organizations, and communities to work together to support vulnerable men and strengthen families.
I think each of us individually and collectively would have to take steps to address some of the challenges that we face. We see it in schools, we see it in churches. You know, I say to people in church all the time, what's the point of being in church if when you get to your own church there are 10 people there and it's empty and you sing and praise and you worship, and then you exit the church and you could see 30, 40 young men sitting on a Sunday morning at 6 o'clock drinking rum on the side of the road, right? The church has to go to them. If we're not doing this, we will continue in the trajectory that we're currently on. So that's just an example of what I mean, that all of us in the society has to be able to tackle the issues that will protect our women and protect our children. But most of the protection is from men. And that is why we need to be able to fix our men to make sure that we're not dealing with symptoms, but we're addressing the cause.
Grenada is taking a leading role in regional public financial management, with Accountant General Natika Bain Charles representing the country at the 2026 Caribbean Public Financial Management Roundtable in St. Kitts and Nevis, where she is serving as a chair of the Executive Committee of the Caribbean Accountant General Network. The newly launched network brings together 21 Caribbean countries to strengthen cooperation, improve public financial management, and promote the sharing of best practices across the region. Bain Charles described the launch as a new chapter in regional public finance.
Through this novel network, we now have an institutional platform to learn from one another, share best practices, build capacity, and develop practical solutions to the challenges confronting our respective administrations. Importantly, one of the goals of the network is to become the recognized voice of Caribbean Accountant Generals, providing strategic leadership on public financial management issues that impact our jurisdictions, and to participate in global conversations representing Caribbean interests in the different international public finance management standard-setting forums.
The Ministry of Finance says Grenada's leadership role within the network reflects the country's continued commitment to accountability, transparency, and sound financial management across the public service. And finally, farmers and agricultural extension officers are strengthening their capacity to respond to climate change through the Climate Resilient Agriculture Project, which recently hosted its third training session on climate smart farming. Funded by the Global Environment Facility, the GEF, participants received practical training from technical specialists in agronomy, pest management, sustainable land management, and germplasm preservation. The ministry says the training forms part of ongoing efforts to help farmers adapt to climate-related challenges while promoting sustainable agricultural practices across Grenada. And that concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, they're straight ahead. In the region, turning our attention now to the region, Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit is warning against opposition plans to phase out the country's CBI program. We have more in this report.
In Dominica, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says the Citizenship by Investment program is a vehicle being used to shield Dominicans from draconian taxation and maintain their socio-economic standards. He warns against plans by the opposition to phase out the program should it win the next general election. Mr. Skerrit was speaking at the launch of the candidate of the ruling Dominica Labour Party for the upcoming by-election for the Roseau North constituency last Sunday night.
No program is perfect. Every program can be improved. Every program can be strengthened. Responsible governments must always be prepared to review and reform policies where necessary. However, there is a significant difference between improving a program and dismantling it altogether. The people of Dominica deserve to know what would replace it. They deserve to know how critical projects will be financed in Dominica. These are legitimate questions and they require clear answers.
Leader of the main opposition, United Workers' Party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, says a future UWP administration would pursue a gradual phase-out of the CBI, indicating that Dominica must reduce its heavy dependence on revenues generated by the initiative.
And now looking further afield, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled 6-3 to maintain the right of American citizenship for nearly everyone born on U.S. soil, rejecting President Donald Trump's bid to restrict birthright citizenship. We have more from this France 24 report.
The U.S. Supreme Court has delivered a major blow to Donald Trump. Nearly every person born on US soil will retain the right to American citizenship. The 6-3 ruling, delivered by Chief Justice John Roberts, upheld the long-held interpretation of a pivotal clause from the Constitution.
Children born in the United States to parents unlawfully or temporarily present are subject to the jurisdiction of the United States and are citizens at birth under the 14th Amendment's Citizenship Clause.
Hours after he was sworn into office for a second term, the US president signed an executive order to limit birthright citizenship. However, it was quickly challenged and blocked by lower courts. Trump then pushed even harder, attending in person the oral arguments in the Supreme Court. A key claim by his Solicitor General was that the amendment in question was encouraging illegal immigration into the country.
It has spawned a sprawling industry of birth tourism as uncounted thousands of foreigners from potentially hostile nations have flocked to give birth in the United States in recent decades.
The American Civil Liberties Union, however, defended the importance of upholding the Constitution and argued that the proposed change would be logistically chaotic and impact hundreds of thousands of people each year.
Thousands of American babies will immediately lose their citizenship. And if you credit the government's theory, the citizenship of millions of Americans, past, present, and future, could be called into question.
But the final day of the Supreme Court term was not a total loss for the president's agenda. Among the day's rulings, a law banning transgender girls and women from playing school sports in roughly half of American states was upheld. And the justices ended limits on campaign spending by political parties at federal elections, paving the way for big money to have an even bigger role in US politics.
And that concludes the regional and international segment of news. Stay with us. The sports is straight ahead. Well, cricket fans, this is a sad moment for us as we hear that the West Indies campaign at the ICC Women's T20 World Cup has come to an end after an 8-wicket defeat to defending champions Australia in the first semi-final at the Oval. Batting first, the Caribbean side struggled to build momentum and posted 125 for 7 from their 20 overs. Captain Hayley Matthews top scored with 30, while Deandra Doughton, who recovered after an injury scare before the match, finished unbeaten on 26. Australia made light work of the chase, reaching 127 for 2 with Beth Mooney unbeaten on 61 and and Ashley Gardner contributing an unbeaten 35. The victory sends Australia into yet another Women's T20 World Cup final, while the West Indies bow out after falling short against one of the tournament favorites. That's all the sports we've got at this time. More sports in a luncheon and a primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Forecast. We now join forecaster Finbar Frank at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Finbar.
Hey, good morning. It's a fair morning down here at the southernmost end of the state, with a little bit of haze though, and some showers just to the south. The winds are blowing from the east at 12 miles per hour. The pressure is above the mean and rising at 13.5 millibars. Present temperature 27.4. Orange 83%. Maximum temperature here within the last day got up to 30.7. Minimum temperature last night 26.8. Please note all temperatures at all times are in Celsius. In terms of rain here within the last day, not much, just 0.7. Hence the total for June is 89.9 millimeters of rain. So note that the average for June is actually 127. So even though we had a little surge in the rain, it still didn't meet the average for the month. Now let's move on for the forecast for the day and the night time. The weather expects to be partly cloudy, windy, and hazy, with some light showers during the morning time here, but as the day goes by, everything should just clear up. Maximum temperature for the day should get up to near 31.5. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Waves should be near 6 feet, hence these will be moderate. There's no warning. Tides are falling now, should be low this morning near 11, and then high this afternoon near 5. During the evening or just about night time should be low once more near 9:15. Sunset 6:35. Sunrise on Thursday 5:46. Just to recap the forecast for the day and the night time, the weather expected to be partly cloudy, windy, and hazy, with some light morning showers. Everything should clear up as the day goes by. That's from the Met Office. I'm from Frank.
Thank you very much, Finbar. Have yourself a great day. Folks are reminding you that the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you. With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card. Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
It's 7 minutes after 7 o'clock, and to end the news, a recap of the headlines. In the local news, the Prime Minister says Grenada must tackle root causes of family challenges, and Grenada leads regional public finance discussions. In the region, Dominican Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett warns against opposition plans to phase out a CBI program. Internationally, a U.S. Supreme Court rejects Trump's bid to limit birthright citizenship. And in sports, Windies women, well, they were eliminated from the Women's T20 World Cup. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, the 1st day of July. On behalf of the entire news department and everyone who made the newscast possible, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a safe and productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. To graphics and your team from Hot 98 FM, we say thank you for sharing your time with us. And just a program note, in Ariza's Money Wise program this morning, I will be joined by Mr. Raymond Lokaibi, and we'll be talking compliance as it relates to large cash deposits. Stick around for that, especially in this season. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Do you know you can lower your electricity bill by changing the way you do laundry? Front-loader washing machines are designed to reduce electricity and water consumption. When upgrading, buy with this in mind. You can also lower your electricity bill by doing full loads of laundry, using the sunlight to dry your clothes, and ironing in bulk. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by changing the way I do laundry. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Hello Grenada, this is Blackadan. On the 18th of July, I'm welcoming you to Radisson Hotel Car Park for the second installment of Groovy White.
Groovy White, a celebration of groovy music. Blackadan. Famine Nappy. Nyla Blackman.
It's your girl Nyla Blackman, and I will be performing live at Groovy White.
College boy Jesse.
Coming back,
Crystal, Alma Boy, Angie Boy, Happy Boy, Inspector, Lavaman, Valinette, Mandela Links, Mr. Killer, Sabrina Francis, and Riggy Atmosphere. Grenadian host, VC, and live from Trinidad, Sunny Bling. General tickets, $100. VIP, only $500. Groovy, White, Radisson Car Park, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Saturday, July 18th. Sponsors.
Someone to help you to your feet. I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you. No, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands. We got everything we need. 'Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next day,
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Start your day right with Good Morning Grenada. Folks, it's 14 minutes after 7 o'clock. At this time, I'm happy to join Sergeant Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Sarge.
A pleasant morning to you, and I love when I came on and I heard you said start your day right. And we're definitely going to start it the traffic way, the best way that we know how, as we head on, as we drive on our nation's road, or whether or not we're walking or using bicycle or whatever means. We're going to start it right this morning, but we want to let persons know what is happening with the traffic. This morning is rather a light flowing traffic throughout the tri-island states of Grenada, Carriacou, and Spiti Matnik at this particular time, especially for motorists. You have the road free from any obstruction or any unnecessary as I said, obstruction of any accident at this particular time. So it definitely means you can travel throughout any particular road throughout the tri-island state of Grenada with a sense of easement as you head on out, whether to work or whether to whatever way that you're going, that you can do so with a sense of easement. We have no unnecessary obstruction. So coming out from the Caribbean side, heading to the St. George's, as we take a closer look at the St. George's area, that traffic is lightly flowing, coming whether or not you're heading to the Grenada direction, heading by the Grenada Valley Road, light flowing traffic in both directions, also in the Springs direction as well. As we go closer down, we know that the streets in the town of St. George, we do have a light flowing traffic there as well at this particular time. Coming out from the western corridor, light flowing as well, and that is good for this morning. That as I stated, no unnecessary obstruction and no bumper-to-bumper traffic. River Road heading on to traffic coming out from the Grand Tang, Mount Panassa, Tempe side. All these areas are lightly flowing. As we go Mara still lightly flowing with just a slightly with the exception of traffic coming out from the St. Paul's direction. It is light to moderate. It's just a little bit more traffic that particular area than the light flowing, but it is not anything to be alarmed of this morning. So if you're traveling along these roads at this particular time, it definitely means that you have some free movement of traffic in that area, but that doesn't mean that you have the liberty to step on the gas pedal a little more, which contributes to speeding. So it definitely means that you have that easement to flow through and no bumper-to-bumper traffic where you have any obstruction. So as we dive right into the accident state for the past 24 hours, it definitely means that for the last day in June, we had a total of 8 minor accidents reported, 8 minor accidents. And they are as follows. It was quite a busy one for the traffic headquarters where they reported a total of 5 minor accidents for the past 24 hours. With South 2, so we're seeing here that the south of the island had 7 minor accidents, with Guam having 1, and all the other areas was had a quiet day as it relates to accidents or officers responding to the scene of accident. So I repeat, traffic headquarters 5, the south of the island had 2 minor, and Guam had 1, giving us a total of 8 minor accidents reported for yesterday's period. So that definitely means that the accident state remains somewhere in closer to the 10 region, because we saw that we had 12 over the weekend, we had a total of 34 accidents over the weekend. And also the yesterday's we had a total of, it is quite alarming, a total of 19 minor accidents. And I wanted to repeat that because it's rather high, alarming, and concerning for us. And just a breakdown, that is for the accident for Sunday.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Yes, I just want to that was for Monday, and we know Monday was the 29th. So we did have a total of 6 from traffic headwaters. Grenada had 7, South had 2, Birch Grove 1, Carriacou 1, and Guava had 2, giving us that total of 19. That is the previous day, which was Monday. And yesterday, to date, we had a total of 8. And I said that the accident rate is quite alarming. And we could touch a lot on accident statistics going forward and offenses and so on going forward. But most so at this point, at this juncture, I just want to let persons know that driving, even the slightest of accidents, can cause disruption to a lot, traffic congestion, to finances, to time when someone have to reach to the destination and so on. And at this point, we just want to encourage drivers to drive. Think about whatever maneuver that you're about to do before doing it.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, yesterday morning I had the privilege and the luxury of having the top cops with me as Acting Commissioner Vanny Cohen, along with the Superintendent in charge of operations, Superintendent Farray. And I raised the concerns about the ease with which people just leave vehicles on the roads unattended. And, he gave an explanation as to, it's being done with other agencies, governmental agencies and so forth, so hence the reason why it is so stunted, but nonetheless I am happy to know that it is an area of concern for the RGPF. All right. All right. Well, that's good for this morning. At this time, I'd like us to just prompt our people by asking them that question that we always do.
I just want to talk about it this morning, that if you're texting or doing anything else while you should be driving, maneuvering, controlling that vehicle,
yeah.
Well, the question we beg to ask,
who is driving?
Who's driving?
Driving is serious business. Lives are at stake. Do not do anything that is distracting you or will distract you from, maneuvering that vehicle and being focused on the roads. And you shouldn't do that. So don't text and drive. Don't do anything else, but drive when you're driving. You want to do anything else, pull up on the curb and do that, and then drive.
Absolutely. Put in a safe place.
Yes.
Whatever call you have to take, whatever you have to eat, whatever you have to do.
Nice.
And then you continue on the journey after.
Sarge, you have a great day, you and your team, and continue doing your work. The season is upon us. I know it's going to be tiring, but you've got what it takes to do just that. Have a great one.
You as well.
Folks, that has been the traffic report, and we take a quick commercial break. When we come back, as I said to you, Mr. Raymond Lokaibi, he is the compliance manager at Ariza, and at this time of the year, it is most timely that we talk about, security and compliance as it relates to the deposit of large cash amounts. So we'll have that coming up in Ariza's MoneyWise program right after these messages.
We search for brilliance, looking far, asking wide, not realizing it's been right here all along. Makers, storytellers, dreamers shaping color, rhythm, and vision into something only Grenadians can create. But for too long, we've been working in the dark, hidden, overlooked, out of reach. Until now, Goka's Creative Directory brings everyone, creatives, businesses, and the community into one connected space. Find the artist who understands your vision, the jeweler whose craft speaks for itself, the storyteller and musician whose work reflects who we are. Visit us at creativeaffairs.gov.gd. Your next collaboration is only one search away.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
The energy and vibe of Spice Mass is once upon us again. I am a backpack and ready. And the road to the Mona begins with the Power Soca preliminaries. Thursday, July 2nd, Santine Digbo Court, St. George from 7 p.m. Then we move on to St. David. Friday, July 3rd, La Sagesse Hard Court. Saturday, July 4th, Sutton's Bush Terminal, St. Patrick. And concludes at the Cuthbert Peters Park in Grove. On Sunday, July 5th, competition begins nightly at 7 p.m. Admission absolutely free. So link up the posse. Roll out with the entourage. Spice Mass Power Soca preliminaries is on Thursday, July 2nd to Sunday, July 5th. Every artist deserves the support. I am a backpack and dream vacation. Experience Carnival like never before. Invest in your education. Renovate your home. Or finally tackle those big plans you've been putting off. With the Ariza Credit Union Awesome August Loan, you can borrow up to $75,000 for any purpose. Dream bigger, travel farther, learn more, improve your home. Whatever your goal, we're ready to help you get there. Visit any Ariza Credit Union branch. Apply today and turn your plans into reality with fast, convenient financing and the trusted service you have come to expect. Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future. Loans are subject to approval. Terms and conditions apply. See us for complete details.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Welcome, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. And of course, on Wednesdays, privileged to have Ariza's representative with us to talk on our MoneyWise program. And this morning, I'm joined by my schoolmate, former McDonald College student, former police officer. I saw him and I thought he was a commissioner in brewing, but he retired prior to that. Nonetheless, I'm joined by Mr. Raymond Lokaibi at this time. He is the compliance manager at Ariza. Good morning, bro.
Good morning to you, bro.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you.
Always a pleasure.
I need to get whatsoever that formula you are using that keeps you looking so young.
Oh my goodness.
I am looking aged, am I not?
Not really, I think that you're keeping yourself quite well.
Yeah, I sleep a lot and I obey the doctor's orders a lot. So, yeah. But nonetheless, what we've noticed is that the season is upon us, the carnival season. You're not a carnival lover per se. You're a man of the cloth, but that doesn't debar the season from coming. And it has certain financial connotations to it. This is a time when businesses, whether it's large corporations or private individuals who are applying their trade, they make extra monies and so forth. Deposits have to be made and so forth. And in recent times, I think it was since the 9/11, certain legislations were enacted as it relates to source of funds, because they were trying to curtail the funding of terrorism and so forth. That's as far back as it goes, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct. You're so correct.
Yeah.
Because 9/11 actually sparked a whole explosion, really, not just the physical explosion, but institutions being required to do, and countries, as a matter of fact, being required to do so much.
So we want to get to that as it relates to compliance. You're the compliance manager, so we're looking at compliance, especially as it relates to large cash deposit. Now, the first question now is, why do financial institutions need to monitor large cash deposits?
Good question, my brother. Institutions are required to do that because let's look at it that way. You want to ensure that you're keeping other members' money safe. That's one, right? You want to ensure that you're doing that because there are bad actors out there.
Yeah.
Let's face the fact.
Well, that's the
reality. There are bad actors out there, and they will be looking for avenues in which they can launder or wash the funds, right?
Wash. Say locally that they operate, they want to wash dirty money.
You want to wash dirty money,
and it's not like money that fall in the mud.
No,
it's money.
And if you have these monies being injected into the financial institutions, you know what could happen? They now commingle, and at the end of it, they could create problems for the institution because we have laws, we have regulations, we have people come in and look at our books and so on and ask questions and so. So it's important that we are quote unquote on top of things. Otherwise we will be in a lot of problems. We have a responsibility not only to Grenada but the region and even internationally, because there are requirements for monitoring transactions, right?
I was placed in a situation not so long ago to sort of explain that to someone as it relates to why you need to, as a financial institution, why you need to ensure that the funds that are being deposited by a member, in Ariza's case, is legit. Okay, and I use that scenario. Let's assume that someone is into narcotics and they are being monitored by the DEA or any other regional and international agencies. They monitor you for quite a while, okay, to really snatch you. It's not a case of having gunboats in the region and shooting on vessels that they suspect, but they're monitoring you, and they would monitor you for long periods of time, and they would trace you and track you, and then they get to realize that, okay, you are making the money from narcotics, but then you are coming and deposit it in Ariza Credit Union.
Yes. And herein lies the problem.
Good.
Because...
So I was right.
Oh, you're correct.
Yeah, okay.
Because even the institution allows itself, knowingly or even unknowingly, to be used by bad actors. I like to call them bad actors. By bad actors. There is reputational issues for the institutions. You have legal issues for the institutions, right? Even operational issues. And the legal issue could even result in closure of the institution. And we don't want that.
No.
I don't think as the general membership would like for that to happen. That your institution is being shut down because you allowed bad actors to actually take over.
To use you as a washing machine.
To use you as a washing machine.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Yeah.
And then, the institution is closed. You lose your money.
Because it will be locked for investigation.
Because it will be locked for investigation purposes, and that could take years.
Yeah.
So you do not want this to happen, right? So we're encouraging members to be prepared to cooperate with us when we request information of you.
Right. And that information, they've created an industry phrase for it. The source of funds.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. You're on top of that.
Yeah.
The source of the funds. Yeah. That is important, and we are required again to ask for it. The law of Grenada requires it, right? And if we don't, in certain situations, and something happens, we go back to what I said before and what you said before. That this could create a lot of problems for the institution. We do not want these things to happen. We do not want problems for the institution. We don't want problems for our members, because we strive and we strive to serve our members better. And we asking for members for source of funds is one of the ways we try to ensure that we serve them better.
Yeah. In another forum, we would use the phrase CYA. We wouldn't say what the acronym means, but it's CYA. That's CYA in the event.
Yes.
In
exactly,
the event. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So yes. So the season is upon us. right? The season is well upon us, and we know that a lot of people sell. You know, you have promoters, you have a lot of vendors, you have different people being involved in different activities over this period in order to generate funds. And the truth is, somebody would not pay you a check on the street.
No.
You understand?
There's a lot of people that want to do it, you know. There's some people that do it.
There are some people that try to
you
do
look
it.
at weird things, you know. People do weird things. I remember I have a relative that once attempted to eat cricks and cheese with knife and fork. So people will attempt to pay you with a check.
Probably in a rare situation, you know, in a rare situation. But generally, you get cash, right? And there are people who generate a lot of cash during this time, right?
That is not, for example, if it's a business that is, you know, it's an ongoing business, and from the institution's standpoint, a riser's perspective, you're accustomed to doing weekly deposits. Okay, you apply your trade and you deposit on a weekly basis, an average of, let's say, $5,000 a week. And then, because of the season on us, things have, you know,
yes,
increased.
things have increased.
And you for a week you come to deposit $20,000. Now that's a cause for concern.
So because what this is referred to as unusual.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have a pattern. You have a pattern, and then you deviate it from that pattern.
Yeah.
So
you have to justify it.
It is all cause for the institution to ask you for the source of your funds. Right?
Yeah.
Or I mean, you mentioned 5,000. Sometimes an account was inactive for quite a while, and then all of a sudden, you know, you observe this thing happening.
The business
activities, a lot of activities on the account. The institution will be well in place to ask you for the source of your funds, right? So this season. And we have done it before, and we'll continue to do it. We'll continue to encourage members to be prepared to answer, be in a position to answer, and to provide certain evidence when required of you concerning the source of your funds. For example, before you go, you may enter into, and I don't know, I don't believe Spice Mass, for example, pays people in cash, or if he does, then it's not. It's not frequent. It's not frequent. It's not normal.
Well, maybe
right?
From SMC's perspective, based on the amount, if they had to pay you $60 for something that you did there, but still, SMC will pay with check.
But $60 is minuscule. Is you know, a small
amount. But for accounting purposes,
right?
they would pay with check.
So you may enter into a contract, for example, with SMC, right? And then you've been paid. We can produce the contract, right? For example, as a supporting document to the source of the funds. You sell things, you purchase things, right? We're required to have some kind of receipt to show, right, that you've purchased items, because you do purchase. Vendors purchase things from different providers, right? They do purchase things from different businesses. You have permission from SMC to do things. You know, that written permission and so on. You can, so that we would know, for example, that you are part of this whole business venture. You know, you have the you may have flyers, you may have tickets, receipts, and all these things on them. You know, so you be prepared to produce these things in order to support, right, the source of your funds.
And is there a form, a document that you have to sign requesting or extracting that information from you as to where did you get this and so forth?
I think you might have to come and work with me.
Really?
Yes, there is a form that called the source of funds declaration form.
Right. Okay.
Right. That you're required to it has to be populated, and you're required to sign. Right. Okay. Making a declaration that the source of the funds is so.
Right.
And let me say this. it is an offense to make a false declaration.
By law.
By law.
All right.
It's an offense to make a false declaration. Right? So we have, and because there are people who may,
use it. Yeah.
May want to just say, well, he's from here, or he's from there, and so on.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to provide the evidence, and you also are required to sign a declaration, because we want to make sure that we are safeguarding your money and also the money of other members.
Right. And also, not just the money of the members, but the integrity of the organization.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying, really. It goes without saying, because if the reputation of your institution goes south, you know what happens.
Yeah.
Everything else goes with it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a bad reputation, I mean, you are a former Calypso monarch, right? And I mean, I cheer for you and so on.
Yeah.
But if you lose that reputation as a good person and so on, I don't something about that really.
Yeah.
You understand? Your following may get less.
As Mr. Duncan would have said in years gone by, keep up the espiritu.
Keep up the espiritu.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, so having said all that, right? For members of my audience here now, how does compliance protect the institution, and to those members who might be hesitant and trying to figure out why they want to know my business? So how does compliance protect the institution and the membership?
Okay, I am happy that you asked this question, and you even mentioned people authoring these words, why they want to know your business. It's important that we know your business.
It's my money, where I get it is not your business.
It's important that we know your business. One, we want to serve you better, right? We want to be able to serve you better, so we have to know your business. And we have to protect the institution as well, right? We want to protect you, we want to protect the institution.
Right.
So we have to know your business. Apart from that, we also have a regulatory responsibility to know your business. We have a regulatory responsibility to know your business, and we also have to ensure that we are in a position to answer to the regulators when questions arise. We have regulators who look at prudential, and we have regulators who look at AML, CFT. Right? So we have to be in a position to answer, and not only answer, but answer properly.
Yeah, truthfully.
Answer properly, answer truthfully when we are asked questions. So, going back to your question, just refresh my memory.
Yeah. Why is it, and how does compliance safeguard the institution and the members?
I think I touched on it. I touched on it, and we have to continue doing what we are asked and required to do, because I tell you this: bad actors don't care about you.
Yeah.
Bad actors don't really care about the institution.
They're selfish. It's all about me.
Bad actors don't care about the institution. It's all about them.
Yeah.
So they would use the institution to do what they have to, right? And then get out and leave you now, because remember, you have paper trail.
Yeah.
Leave the institution now in problems.
To figure it out. You figure out that for yourself. I safe already.
So they're gone with what they have to go with at the end of it, and the institution ends up in problems.
Yeah. So that is not going to happen because there are compliance rules in place.
Well, there are a lot of rules. As a matter of fact, people get frustrated sometimes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people get frustrated sometimes. But if we do not do what we have to do, we could there could be serious consequences for the institution.
Yeah. Let me ask that. Is there a specific figure at which point you need to start making these declarations, source of funds? Is it, what's that figure?
You win McDonald College, right?
Of course. And Mr. Charles taught me POB.
You win McDonald College.
Mr. Charles taught me POB. Yeah.
I like your questions. No. There is no specific figure at which you have to start making a declaration.
Okay.
Right? you can be required to make a declaration at any amount.
Okay.
Because there is something called risk-based approach. Right? Based on the risk involved, you could be asked to make a declaration. Grenada adopts and enacts these two different approaches, really. You have the rules-based and you have the risk-based.
Okay.
Right?
The two R's.
The two R's. The figure you spoke about, that's rules-based, right? But you also have the risk-based approach. So there is no specific figure for you to ask for a declaration.
Right.
There are many factors that come into play where you can ask for a source of funds declaration. For example, you will never deposit in on your account, right? And I think I mentioned it already. Suddenly,
you start depositing regularly.
You start depositing regularly and large amounts. And a lot of people have in their mind that 10,000, you're at 10,000 and over. You have to make declaration. So some of them, they do what we refer to as structuring.
Right.
Just underneath.
$9,999.
Yes, a lot of people would engage in that practice. 9,000, just under the threshold that we call it, the threshold. And to try to avoid answering certain questions, but not knowing that in itself would raise some more questions.
Yeah, of course.
You understand?
Yeah. So that is where the rules based and the risk comes in. The rules say it's 10,000. Okay, so you're covered with the rules base. You ain't cross 10,000. But on the risk based
side, you will be asked because of your actions.
Okay.
Right?
That's a second tier of protection.
That's a second layer of protection.
Right. Okay. That's awesome. All right. Well, so folks, you heard it. Okay, you're out there. You're into business and legit business, of course, and your exploits have grown, and you've got some increase in your sales and so forth, and you have to make deposit. Be prepared to declare how, where, and when you make that money, and when you ask that, it's not about the credit union, a rise up. People want to know, Mr. Lokai B&M just want to know my business. No, they're safeguarding you, and they're also safeguarding the institution.
Yes, from legal consequences, reputational consequences. We have to consider that.
Okay.
And we know that our members love the credit union,
of course,
and so we don't expect problems, but we have to keep educating the members, right? We have to keep educating the members.
A quick question before we wrap. Just as there are questions to be answered and declarations to be made when you're making large deposits, does the same apply to large withdrawals? Like, you're not accustomed to making large withdrawals?
Well, the thing is, it depends. You will have to analyze it properly, because it could spark some concerns
on the risk.
Yes,
under the risk segment,
because we have issues where people are defrauded. For example, you know what is going on in the cyber space that we live in at this point, right? And therefore, there are people who might be duped or tricked or scammed into withdrawing a lot of funds and sending out to bad actors, right? God forbid it might be a terrorist out there they're sending the money to.
Yeah.
So yes, it could trigger.
Right.
It could trigger some questions as well. And not only trigger some questions, but it can lead to further actions on the path of the institution.
FIU and CCERT and all of them
could get involved. Right, it could lead to these things. So you have to also we're not segueing digressing, really, but that is, I think, it's a topical kind of issue at this point.
And that in itself shows a responsible institution.
Yes.
Looking out for your members. Okay, you're not used to making these large deposits. Are you doing some expansion, some home renovation? What's the cause for that large withdrawal?
Withdrawals, yes.
Those are pertinent questions.
Very pertinent questions. Yeah. Because, a lot of people, and I've had the experience in my former
in FIU,
yes, as well as within the institution that I now represent, and thank God, questions were asked of the members by staff, and it averted the loss of their funds.
Right. Okay.
Because it was clear as crystal.
Yeah, that is what was going to happen.
This is what was going to happen.
So you nipped it in the bud.
So it was nipped in the bud.
Okay. Well, any special advice to members out there?
Well, it's the season. The carnival season is upon us. Let's be safe. Who have to enjoy themselves, do it responsibly. Be safe with your hard-earned cash, and also be prepared if you're coming in after the carnival to say that you made this amount of monies during carnival. Be prepared to be in a position to really disclose, and with evidence that this is the situation.
Yeah, to justify your deposits.
Justify your deposits.
Okay. All right, so folks, you heard it, and you heard it from the man himself, the compliance manager at Ariza Credit Union, Mr. Raymond Lokaibi. I want to thank you for sharing with us this morning. Your intervention was very timely, and I do hope that my audience take it into consideration in their deliberations over the season. We want people to go there and make as much money as you can, but be able to show how you made it.
Yeah, and Ariza is always happy. It's always a pleasure to be able to educate our members.
Yeah. Thank you. Folks, that's it for Ariza MoneyWise program this morning. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll have another MoneyWise program come next Wednesday. We take a quick commercial break and then we come back. Don't you go anywhere.
By Ariza Credit Union. Today's edition of MoneyWise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
This summer, your plans don't have to wait. Take that dream vacation. Experience Carnival like never before. Invest in your education. Renovate your home. Or finally tackle those big plans you've been putting off. With the Ariza Credit Union Awesome August Loan, you can borrow up to $75,000 for any purpose. Dream bigger, travel farther, learn more, improve your home. Whatever your goal, we're ready to help you get there. Visit any Ariza Credit Union branch. Apply today and turn your plans into reality with fast, convenient financing and the trusted service you have come to expect. Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future. Loans are subject to approval. Terms and conditions apply. See us for complete details.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Serve Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Bye, Grenada. See you soon.
Spend it when you have it.
You saw my card. You saw my...
She come back again. Mommy, she coming again.
Rosaline! Rose!
You guys, let's go. We'll figure something out. Oh, you see what happened to me? Don't get caught off guard. Get your water tanks at On The Spot Hardware today.
Greetings, one and all. Welcome to GBN's Good Morning Grenada. The best way to start your day with your host, Gordon Innocent Joseph. Best way to start your day.
Welcome back, and we've just got 2 minutes. Is there something you want to say to me in 2 minutes? 2 minutes before we join the BBC, and of course, yes, somebody has something to say. Let's go here. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Innocent. Is unfortunately that we can't say much this morning, but I wanted to deal with the statement by the Prime Minister about the need to work to deal with the issue of the family and the violence and so on. And usually, I've heard over the years, whenever situation become an issue, we tend to say, well, we need to get a church, we need to get these certain institutions and so on to deal with the men. But these are the same institutions that have created a problem for the men. Unless we begin by accepting that there's trauma. We have trauma-based society. We have to start working on the trauma. And you have to take it from different angles. The way we bring up children, whether it's in the so-called family, or the single, whatever I think is there's a lot of problems.
Okay.
And also, I think we should focus more on the community than the family. We could, families can be very selfish. I'm saying that if we concern about the broader society, we could be helping the situation better. But we need to have conversation on that.
But tell you what, I'll endeavor to engage that sort of conversation maybe tomorrow in a more lengthy period, because that's a big topic, and I would really like to get the public's input into how we deal with that. But thank you, caller.
No problem.
Have a good one. Folks, we've got to go. We've got to join the BBC, and subsequent to on the flip side of the BBC, I should be having the manager of the Classic Kaiso tent with us. We just have to extend a bit because of the season. But nonetheless, that's it for the program. Thank you for being a part, and we look forward to another engagement tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Greetings, one and all. Welcome to GBN's Good Morning Grenada.